have survived a school shooting. What was the experience like? The weird kid known for being obsessed with firearms got kicked off the speech and debate team and decided to get revenge on the teacher who kicked him off. He took one of his dad's illegal firearms and went into the school. On Friday the 13th, he fired 2 shots right off the hallway and unalived a girl. Then he went to the library, started a fire, and continued on his spree. I was in my science class right off of the hallway, and we were in the middle of a test, and I just wanted to get out of it. I was about to ask to go to the bathroom when I decided, F it, I'll just finish the test and go home. Around 5 minutes later, there was another gunshot. First thing that crossed my mind was that a janitor was removing one of those giant wooden doors and accidentally dropped it, slapping it against the ground. Students looked back and forth nervously. Then a second shot went off. Another minute later, my teacher went out into the hallway and a minute later returned to the room and told us to get into lockdown. I guess he saw the smoke in the stairwell and saw what had happened in the hallway. Before long, we were all crammed into the corners behind the big lab tables. I was sitting in the middle of the classroom, so I was basically the last kid to get a spot. I was sitting out in the middle of the room, hiding behind a trash can. One of the girls close to me peed herself out of fear, and the guy who had a crush on her took this as an opportunity to comfort her, and then I heard him asking for her number the entire time. My teacher, a massive slab of muscle, was upright next to one of the 2 doors, ready to F up anyone that might walk in. We sat there for what felt like hours before the fire alarm went off, then even longer we sat. We began hearing voices down the hallway. My teacher looked right to me in the middle of the room with a nervous look in his eyes, signaling something was going to happen. I saw my teacher amping, getting ready, thumping his head, and then I heard the footsteps coming closer and closer. Our teacher looked like he was ready to pounce on anyone that showed up, and just as the footsteps got super close right outside our door, another shot ran out, and we heard something thud on the floor. We lay there for a few minutes and heard nothing more. My teacher creaked the door open and went pale immediately. Turns out that he was seeing the guy with the firearm now on the floor without a dome, having just taken his own life.